What's up guys, welcome to Blake's Garage. I might be extremely bright, but that's because it's going to be extremely hot out today. I'm going to be attempting new top on the E36. Now, something I noticed about this top, get out of that bright light, right off the bat is kind of just this texture. It's a little bit more plasticky than the top that I currently have on the car. Now, the real reason I'm replacing this top isn't really due to the actual top itself. It's mostly due to this back window. This back window's gross. It looks like crap, all burned out. I have tried cleaning it before. I was able to see through it like a little bit, but honestly pretty dang bad, and it just makes the car look like crap. Now the car is super dirty, however pretty much everything I can do has been done to this E36 right here. It's really clean example of an E36. Look at this, you see that? We got seats that aren't ripped, fancy, got a nice steering wheel in there, carbon fiber door cards, nice seat here, that nice flip back, converted the whole top to a manual top to open it up. So yeah, pretty much the only thing that's left is this ugly top. So I have not replaced the top before. I watched two videos of some people showing what they're doing, but I think we got this. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I think the main thing is, look at how the old one was set up. Center the top before putting any screws in. The order that you have to do it in does matter. I think you could take off the front first, little back area. This area right here has rivets, or mine's been replaced before, so I don't know what's on it. It has to slide on first before installing any screws back there or up there. First things first, we'll pop the front. Get that going. Oh, I could put down the windows. Now, this part of the headliner, literally this just happened to, like, in the last couple of days. So I don't know what's up with that, but we can see this top is, I mean, from what I can tell, it's kind of zip tied on here or something. And yeah, that's the top on the top. This will be fun. Now, for probably most people, I've just done the amazing, which is put down all of the windows. Now, I actually did do videos on replacing window regulators in this car, and yeah, guys, all the power windows work pretty crazy. Cost a good amount of money, actually. Probably one of the most expensive things I did on this car, to be honest. I actually did get this car for free, believe it or not. So yeah, let's do the pop of the tap. Okay, so peeling off this seal real quickly exposes the rivets. As you can see, this has been drilled out before. Oh, there's an Allen in the side of this handle right here. Gotta take that out, then I can pop this whole assembly off. Showing off the rear screws. These are all the screws that are gonna need to be taken off. You can see this is just kind of part of that top. Here's the headliner, whoops, headliner itself. And you can see my rear window does not zip out. I wish it zipped out, honestly. I would just replace the rear window, because the top's actually fine, and I kind of like the cloth of this over the the shine of this, but whatever. All right, so for the front, you literally just take these screws off, it looks like. Once that seal piece comes off, I'm thinking this is gonna come off here. Everything's completely centered. So we got that off right there. This is kind of a gasket in this area right here. So looking at the old top, you can see this plastic area. It looks like they had pre-drilled holes. Some of this is cracked, but yeah, pretty much this just looks like it folded over. There's this little wire. I gotta pry this out and get this little wire out, because we're gonna have to put this through the new top. See that? That's gonna rivet back in. All right, so I'm gonna try to pull this out. So pulling this down and around that little tab right there. So that's gonna be how I hook on the new top. That's one of the most important spots that I see as far as a hard spot to put on. So you're gonna want to put that on first, from what I can tell. So this is the main area of focus for putting the new top on. That's what I feel. You're gonna want to get this little area stretched out and over this tab first before anything else. Kind of gonna pry that out a little bit. So I'm just gonna put a screwdriver in the bottom and just kind of open up that area right there after prying that out and slide out just like that. Hopefully you guys can see that. That just kind of slides right out of there. I don't know, kind of thinking I got this cable off. Now I'm thinking I can kind of move the top forward. Well, makes sense to me. So I was kind of curious about these little flaps, all right? So you can see I have the headliner here. Well, the headliner has this nice little kind of cut open tube. From what I can tell, if I just slide this down now, trying not to break it, you can see that it's wrapped around the top right here. So all you do is you put those flaps in and then you secure the top by just kind of wrapping this around and then clicking it up. That's very straightforward and easy. The cable, as you can see, it's just really tucked in this little flap right here. It doesn't click that kind of in. It looks like you sort of take this out. This is interesting. Look at that. A little screw. I don't know. You could install something there, I guess. Yeah. I wonder what that's all about. And then here's that headliner junk. When you see that crap flying down at you and you've always wondered what that is, that's like the old insulation of the headliner, which mine is pretty much all gone. Okay, real quickly, something that I noticed, there is not a plastic piece on the front here. We do have this kind of tucked area, so I don't know. Come off. No, this was actually integrated into the old top. So like I'm saying, I think the old top was a little higher quality in my opinion. I kind of like this this rag. I think I bought this one on eBay. I'll leave a link to it down below. How it goes, but you know, my main thing is it's gonna look nice, I think. So that's cool. Back in this back area right here, it's pretty much the last one before. You can see right there, there's a Phillips, which is basically just making the top fold back. So go ahead and do the same thing there, unscrew that. Gonna have to put the screw back for that one. This little screw right here, this is the first spot that I think I'm gonna tuck the new top. All right, so I went ahead and grabbed a piece of welding wire, put a little bend in the end like this. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to fish this down, that tucked piece, because this one actually is glued. So it's not just flapping open like the other. Out of that little slot. The last person that did this top, they skipped that step. I think maybe they just ripped it open. Ah, see, right there. Pretty straightforward. Piece that I have right here, all I gotta do is put a little bend right here, tight enough that it isn't going anywhere. And now I'm just gonna pull that through, honestly. Just like that, boom. Right over this little point, right here on the end, because that's its main little pivot point, honestly, on this whole top. I do have those cables in right here, so I'm gonna put the cable right around there like that, and I'm gonna tuck the top over the top. I'm going to hit this one real quick, and I'll fold this over so that I can get that attached into the headliner as well real fast. That in there, smash it in, hit it down with the hammer, that thing's on. This is tucked over the top. This part I am still going to tuck in to this particular piece right here, and then I'll work on the back area over here, and then getting this whole area tight up here. I think I'll rivet this most likely last, I'm guessing. I don't know why, it just seems like the right procedure to me. Okay, so folding that down, this seal is not back on, but I kind of want to see the fitment before we tighten anything down. Make sure everything fits good before we screw anything into place. I literally have no screws in this top, no screws at all. You can see it's kind of pulling up right here, but that's because this piece needs to hold that back, which will put a little bit of extra tension on here. Look at that, nice clear rear windshield. Slightly scuffed up from the install, but you can use some cleaner to actually polish that out real quick, which will be nice to do actually. Okay, this piece I'm gonna have to install
once the top is kind of folded up, there is a screw. I'll show you that. I am going to do this last, like I was talking about, and we'll end up just riveting that in. This all looks really good, actually. This whole area, I've seen another video where a guy had issues right here. I have no issues here. This obviously is out because, well, I haven't tucked it, I haven't trimmed it, anything like that. So as far as the trimming and tucking goes, we'll do that last, because that's going to be where the most tension comes from, in my opinion, is when you kind of tilt this forward, there and here. So I'm going to do the back first, because I need the back to fit the best. So the rear's done, pretty much. Actually, I still have to do this. Proud about that. This looks pretty good. It's pretty well tucked down from what I can tell. The rear glass looks nice. It's actually clear, so I can see through it, which is pretty cool. Sides feel good. Probably gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait on this till my wife gets home. That way she can kind of hold it for me. I poked a hole right there. I gotta tuck that. Gotta tuck that before the gasket, because I was poking holes before getting this thing fully tight. So I think what I'm gonna do is probably do that, tuck it a little bit, maybe even draw kind of like a line or something. But anyways, this looks really good, nice and tight, absolutely amazing. Actually, I don't mind it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this kind of color that it had or whatever. This kind of, I don't know, plastic look, but honestly, it looks really good. I'm gonna need to clean the car now because the car's like a dirty, but dude, look at that.
Also known as recording with the steady hand of Parkinson's.
All right, so I'm just putting in the last little screws. I tucked the top all over, and it seems to be working very good. It looked really nice. And also, I need to rivet the area by the windows. So the top looks absolutely awesome. I went ahead and cleaned up the car also, so we'll do a little bit of glam shots, but man, look at that thing. It actually looks really, really nice. Let's go get some good shots of this. Crazy, I can actually see out of my rear window. I can never do that before, so this is feeling absolutely awesome. Top installed great, it looks absolutely amazing on the car, and I'm super stoked with how it turned out. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Make sure to subscribe later and wrench on.